I don't think you're not gonna go home with someone and take your shirt off, and they're like, "No, sorry, I thought there'd be more there."
It can happen with penis size. I'm just saying you have to have something that's worth working with.
Jackie,
Hi.
welcome back.
Thanks.
Your third time on the show.
Fourth.
Is it your fourth time? Oh yeah, before we started
Before
recording.
you did a video.
You're right. You're right. When we were audio
I mean,
only.
but who's counting?
Jackie's such a fan favorite.
You are.
You really are.
I'm happy to be here. It's so much fun.
I love it. Cause
You are.
and we're just gonna shoot the shit more so than like an interview because when we're all three together and we're all just talking, like, fuck, we should be recording
It happens every time.
every time.
But last time you were here, we talked about PrEP, DoxyPep, STI stuff. I
Yes.
mean, you went in and people loved that.
Oh,
but we
good.
did. So we wanted you back, but we wanted to switch it up a bit because, like Layla said, we have a lot of stuff we talk about when the cameras are off.
We do.
and then no one hears it, and we're like, "Fuck,
Mhm.
fuck, that was good." So
we're
we
talking
did,
for free? That's insane.
but we did make a list. We made a short list
Okay.
of things that we thought would be worthwhile talking about because we
right.
know you have thoughts about them.
I do. Well, I have thoughts in general.
You have thoughts in general. You do. You're a thinker.
And I like to talk,
You're a
so
thinker.
it works out well.
All right. So the first thing we wanted to talk about was, and this is not everybody does this, but in LA, at least in the E&M space, there's a lot of work getting done. Well, there's probably a lot of work.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah, I would say there's plastic surgery. There's also non-invasive stuff, right?
Okay.
Botox, filler,
Sure.
lashes. I mean, even outside the lifestyle space in LA, that's just happening in general,
Yeah.
right? Like Layla's one of my best friends, and I have no idea what she does.
I'll tell you.
Is this a natural face?
No, I don't look anything like this. I don't know. Dude, after
what
this, I'll show you a picture of what I looked like before I got like fillers and stuff done. And I look totally different.
So my wife and I were looking at pictures of you the other day, and the dumbest, we had the dumbest thought. It was like, we were like, man, what do like Layla's natural eyebrows look like?
Oh, these are it.
These are it.
These are my
So the
natural
one
eyebrows.
thing you picked out is the one thing
the
she
one
hasn't
natural
touched.
thing. Wait, what do you think I do? Like microblading?
Because
like-
because my wife was like, is Layla's hair naturally red?
Uh-huh.
It is.
Yeah.
But some people who have red hair don't have eyebrows.
Oh,
The match.
They're really, really thin, so they have to draw
Or that
them
they don't
in.
have eyebrows at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Have you ever seen this before?
I mean, probably, but I have eyebrows. I filled them in a little bit because they're pretty thin. But I mean, actually, I don't know if you've seen my pubes. My pubes are red too,
No.
and they're straight.
I
My
have
pubes
not.
are straight.
They're straight?
Are your pubes straight?
I haven't had them in a while. I don't remember.
Yes, I was talking to my hairdresser, and she's like, "Did you know that some people's pubes are straight?" And I went,
Like straighten or straight?
"Yes, it's straight,
I've
like as straight
I
as my
don't-
hair."
I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Have
But
you seen that before?
So does it just lay down? That's
Yeah,
the thing. There's not a lot of pubic hair in the space.
That's true. There is not. We have not gone the route of
It's
all
odd.
Maybe I'll bring it
natural.
back.
There's a ton in porn right now. Like everyone wants
Are they
a
coming
bush.
back in porn? Yeah.
In porn, yeah, but in real life, I have yet to run across a
No,
bush.
I don't think anyone's bold enough to be the first.
I mean, I won't do full bush, but like if I don't shave for a week and a half, it's
A
straight
little bit.
hair. It's straight
Oh,
red hair.
interesting.
Yeah. Next time I'll take a picture. I'll send it to y'all.
So
yeah.
it looks like your eyebrows.
Yes.
Got it.
That's
Yeah.
exciting. I had no idea. I'm going to totally look next time.
That's so
I'm gonna
funny
ask
though.
to see.
Yeah, the most natural thing about me is my eyebrows.
But okay, but there's other work getting done.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I have filler in my jaw here, and in my chin and my nose. I got a liquid nose job because I have a bump right here on my nose.
I've
and they
never
put
heard of
filler.
that before.
What is
That's
a,
new.
what-
What is that?
what is a liquid nose job?
So there's a bump right here, so they fill in all the spots, and they fill
Do they
here
inject
and here.
around it?
Yeah.
Or does it like slope down to your nose?
They inject from here all the way to
And it's
here.
filler or Botox?
Filler.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that.
And then
before.
I have some filler in my cheeks. I do once a year. I do like a whole filler day, and
Huh.
then I don't do anything, and then I
And it
go back
lasts
to
you the
next
whole
year.
year.
Yeah, I mean I'll get Botox like throughout a little bit, but I
But
only
the
do
filler will last you an
filler will
entire
last
year.
me about a year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a very LA thing. LA, Miami.
Filler?
Yeah,
No,
just, like,
Or
just
just
in
work.
general, like work in general
Mhm.
is, and not that people don't get it in other places, but I feel like warm weather states, maybe Arizona,
yeah, especially
where people are.
Is it the warm weather that pulls it out of people?
I think so, because you can't be covered up. And so you're taking more care of your body year round. You're more attuned to what you look like. I think physically, you're not bundled up, covered
Yeah, I'm not
up.
wearing a ski mask. Like,
You think people in Seattle are walking around with ski masks and that's
I
why
don't
they
know.
don't
I don't
get
know
filler?
what cold people do.
Yeah, I mean, I would be inclined. I mean, maybe it's a big generalization, but I would be inclined in major cities in colder states where there's more variable weather that there's less work getting done.
But see, I don't think it has anything to do with the weather. I think it has to do with the people that live there.
Mm.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, look,
Culturally, right? It's like you named LA, Miami. You could probably throw in New York. Who moves to LA, Miami, and New York?
yeah, that's fair. But like the comparison I want to make. So one of the things we can talk about obviously is getting your breasts done, right? New York, there's less of a pressure, I think, to do that than there is in LA or Miami, having lived in all three cities.
Mm.
Your body type, I think, is less breast forward in New York
Right.
than it is in Miami or LA.
Because you have weather, because you're bundled up.
That
half
and
the
also
year.
chic,
bikinis.
thin, black clothes. It's more of that's the look. At least when I was there, that was more of the look. Miami is more boobs out, butts out. LA is the same thing. I think in New York, you can cover up with a more streamlined, chic look. And then a slimmer frame or a more streamlined frame tends to be acceptable there than
Right.
it is in the cities where you're running around in less clothes.
Because you're also talking about like eyelashes and microblading. You're talking about the whole thing. Is
Well-
that because I feel like the fake look, especially in like the early 2000s, was hot. It was the
Yeah.
look, right? And I feel like it's a little bit more natural. It's kind of.
I don't think so.
You
No.
think? Do you think that fake look is hot?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I can't stand it. But when I look at my wife's Instagram, that's all she gets fed. She gets fed.
Mhm.
So maybe we live in Los Angeles, so she's being fed that, and someone in New York's not being fed that.
Well, it depends on what she's looking
That's
for.
what I'm saying.
too.
It's her
What
algorithm.
is she
She's doing
looking
it
for?
herself.
Is she looking for looks to
But
emulate?
the algorithm, once you start tapping on stuff, it just feeds you more of that.
That's what
Like,
we're
Right.
saying.
like it's kind of funny.
I
So
don't see a lot of that.
my-
Me neither.
my
I see
wife,
a lot of cats.
I get a lot of weird memes, like AI memes of like girls with six tits.
I think that she started looking at.
How'd you get to that?
I don't know. My For You page, when you see it, it's wild.
She does have a word for you page.
It's
Do you
really
really?
weird. Yeah.
Her FYP is weird as fuck.
I don't know what mine is. I'd have to kind of look.
Yeah, you press the like search bar,
Yeah.
and then it just shows you like all the weirdest stuff. Mine's super weird.
Strange.
Yeah, but my wife also watches Too Hot to Handle and Love I Alone.
Okay,
Oh, I
so
love
And
that's
so
what's
she
pulling
clicks
it
a lot
up.
of trashy shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's her algorithm changed too. It used to be when she went on Instagram, she would look for workout inspiration, because she
okay.
was going to the gym, but she's never been like a weightlifter. So she wanted to see workouts, arm workouts, back workouts, whatever. Over the last year, all it feeds her now is ass workouts.
Mm.
When she goes on there, it doesn't feed her anything else. It's just ass,
Is
ass,
that what she's
ass.
looking
Even
for?
guys doing ass workouts for girls.
Is that what she's looking for?
No, it's just what it feeds her. She has to actively go out of her way
To look for anything else.
to look for anything else. I think the algorithm, I don't know, I don't work in tech anymore, but I have some friends that work there.
Sure.
And I'm going to say I think, because I don't want to say I know this is how it works, because they'll be pissed off at me for saying that. But I think that the algorithm figures out what you don't like about yourself and it feeds that to you.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. for
Because
sure.
it'll make you feel a certain type of way. And like the whole purpose of it is for you to buy shit.
Right. So they're
Right.
going to give you the butt workout, and then they're going to try to feed you products that deal with cellulite or
Mhm.
trimming down or food products or whatever it happens to be.
Mhm.
Sure.
Lip
Oh,
filler.
speaking of cellulite, does cellulite turn you off?
I never even noticed it.
Oh, that's a good question.
I actually think cellulite's hot.
You do?
I do. I think it's sexy because I'm like, you're a woman. You're a real person with like a real body. And I think cellulite's sexy.
That is a wonderful perspective. You don't notice it? Do you think other men notice it?
I think there's a lot of stuff women think men notice that we don't notice.
Like what?
Because that's the thing I would obsess on.
Your cellulite?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, is it visible? Is it a turn off? Absolutely. 100%.
It used to bother me until I saw it on other women that I thought were hot.
And it didn't bother you anymore on yourself.
No, because I found it hot. Also with breast implant scars, because I have scars right here
Ooh.
and right here to my nipples. I have scars. And at first I was really self-conscious
Oh,
about it.
that never bothers me.
I would put makeup on it, like waterproof and like spray. I would do it all the things. And then my husband says that he will look for porn with girls that have scars because he thinks it's
this
hot.
couple.
Right? And so since he was like saying that, now I'm like, yeah. And also, my husband will like lick my scars and will kind of like
Oh,
kiss them. And I'm like, I feel so
that's
loved. And
really
like,
sweet.
oh, so now I like scars and all that stuff.
I'm surprised you don't notice. That's amazing. You think most men don't notice?
I think most men don't give a shit. I think most men realize like we're just lucky to be here, right? And to be having fun, right? I could be like out watching a game or having a beer, a Budweiser, right? Not sponsored by them, but I'm just saying like that far down the rabbit hole, right?
I do have a bit of a happy to be here theory. Like if you
Yeah.
get to hook up with me, you should just be happy to be here.
Right.
You don't get to complain about it.
Man, what I'm trying to say is like the lip filler,
Mhm.
right? That I haven't met a guy who's like, man, my partner, like if she just got her lips filled, she'd be way hot. Like no one's saying that. I don't think anyone's thinking that. Maybe there's some people out there. I've seen some posts out there before. It was like a Tinder bio, and the guy was like, yeah, if your breasts aren't this size, if you have cellulite, swipe left. Like,
Oh,
but
but
he's
that's goodbye.
yeah, exactly. He was
Thank you for
abnormal.
weeding yourself out.
Yep.
He was abnormal. I think a lot of that is like, I think a lot of that's a women to women pressure.
Mm,
I don't think anyone's really asked the guys if we care,
mm.
because then I don't think you would get eyelashes done and lip filler and
But
your
okay, but
nose
that's
was
the
fine.
facial cosmetic stuff.
Uh-huh.
What about the body stuff like breast implants?
What about it?
Are you turned on or turned off by the size of a woman's breasts?
So I get turned on by someone knowing how to dress well for their body type,
Okay.
regardless of whether you have big breasts or small breasts. There are some guys out there that probably have preferences for like
Sure.
larger breasts, just like women have penis preference.
Sure.
Right? But when it comes down to hooking up with someone, I still don't think people care that much. I don't think you're not going to go home with someone and take your shirt off and they're like, no, sorry. I thought there'd be more there.
It can happen with penis size. That's an interesting one where you have to figure out what to do there, because there's no way to tell from the outside. If you're not asking somebody how big they are, if you're on an app, let's say, for example, and you're not putting in your bio that you're looking for a certain size, or you don't have that conversation, or you don't solicit a dick pic at some point, there's no way of knowing. And then you get to the point where you like the guy, you're hooking up, you're having a good time, you get them into your home or wherever you're hooking up, right? You undress them, and then what you're working with is not,
Right. Because you're not putting the girl's tits inside your body.
yeah.
Like that does not make
Yeah.
a
And I'm not saying
sexual
somebody has to
difference.
be enormous.
Mhm.
I'm just saying you have to have something that's worth working with. And if you get to the point where there's not enough there,
It can be a bummer.
It is a little bit of a bummer. I never make somebody feel bad about it. I've never done
Never.
that. I've been known to. You can have a courtesy blowjob. I just
I'm already
want.
down here.
I just won't see
I've
you
seen
again.
you do that before.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that, but there is look.
Because I don't want to make somebody feel bad about things they can't control. If I get undressed and somebody is not attracted to a part of my body, I would hope that they would have the sense not to make me feel bad about it. So I want to do the same. I don't want to make somebody feel bad about a part of their body. So if things are going well and it's somebody that's enjoyable enough, I can do all of the things I need to do to make them feel good in the moment. I just know that I wouldn't necessarily want to see them again.
Right. In that
just because of their
capacity.
penis size.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sexual experience with
Yeah.
them.
So then if you flip that and you found out a guy didn't want to see you again because of your breast size, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I am. I dated a guy. I've been thinking about this a lot because I knew this topic would come up. I've been thinking about this a lot. There was a guy that I dated in my 20s. I was living in Miami. And he said to me at one point, if you had boobs, you'd be spectacular. And that stuck with me. We didn't date for very long after that, but he was a boob guy and I've always had small breasts and it really hit me. And so it was like, oh, that's the one thing that's wrong with me is my breasts are too small. And I thought about it for years and years and years. And it's always been, is that a problem? Is that something, is that a reason? And then I realized like my social life it was never a problem otherwise. I've never had trouble hooking up. I've never had trouble meeting men. I've never had trouble being in relationships. But it's something that I always thought about, especially the idea was if I had children, I would have them done after I had kids, assuming that they would deflate the way that they tend to
Oh, yeah.
after, women have children. And then I never had kids. And now as I get older, I love them because they haven't moved.
Mhm.
And I say they're small, but they're spectacular.
That's fucking right. I don't mind small boobs.
Yeah.
at all. I like all kinds of boobs. They could be completely flat chested and just have nipples, and I'm like, you're so
Yeah.
cute.
And if they're sensitive, like I don't want to lose sensitivity. Like that's a really
I have
big
no
pleasure.
sensitivity in my
see,
nipples.
did you have
Nothing.
them before?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I'm afraid of that.
You may as well lick my elbow. Like I don't. It does nothing.
But in the lifestyle space, I have never lost attention or lost the potential to hook up with somebody because of the size of my breasts. It's never gotten in the way. In fact, I love my body more now than I ever have before. The space has made me more accepting of my body.
100%. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that women are losing opportunities to hook up because of the size of things. I think men are. I mean, you just said that,
Yeah,
right? So that's unfair.
But that's because how it feels. Right. If there's not enough there, you're not feeling anything. So you're smiling like this is
because I think on the flip side, sometimes my wife will be like, so ask me a weird question about her vagina.
Mhm.
And it's kind of
what's the question?
sometimes, not just my wife, sometimes people will want to know what we think about their vaginas. I think that some women think that us guys talk about your vaginas the way you talk about our
Like
dicks.
the way it looks or the tightness
Whatever you talk about dick,
Yeah, I
apply it to vagina.
don't care what you think. If you get to see it, again, happy to be their theory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Is that a thing though? Like, do you ever go, like, do you look at vaginas and you're like, that's a good vagina?
I don't think men think about it like
No.
that.
I think they think, do I get to go there? And yay, I'm here.
Well, I've heard you say before, like, oh, so-and-so had a really tight vagina.
You heard me say that before?
Yeah.
When did I say that?
I don't know. I feel like it was you.
I don't think I ever said that.
I feel like that was you. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was someone else. But that's not a thing. Like, that's not like, oh, her vagina was really tight and that was hot. Or like, you go down there and you're like, wow, this is a great vagina. Or you're like, oh, this is, there's a lot of lip here. There's a lot of, like, that never literally doesn't cross your mind.
I think that's how women look at penises.
Yeah.
To optimize for this like perfect penis that they want. But I think that post high school, when you might be like, she's got a loose vagina because you want to hurt her feelings or make her feel bad for breaking up with you. I literally think guys don't give a shit.
I would
Like
believe
not
that.
in a way like we don't care, we don't notice it, but I'm not gonna not date you because of what your vagina looks like.
I like the variety.
I
I
do
mean, that's the
too.
part that I think is really cool. Is that when I was growing up and you would see porn pictures in Playboy or that kind of thing, because I didn't get porn on the internet back then. They all looked the same. They were all these like tight little tucked in pockets of perfection. And mine doesn't look like that. And lots of other women's don't look like that. So to be able to see variety now, I mean, you see it in porn, but to be able to see it in real life, it's beautiful to be able to see, and they feel different and they react differently. It's a really beautiful thing to see that variety. And I think that variety is what's fun and what's pleasurable all around. Why are you smiling?
I'm laughing because it's still like a female talking about other female
Other
body.
women, yeah.
And that's why, but this is what I was saying. Like, I think a lot of what is driving women getting more work done is
other
what
women.
other women think. This is exactly what
Do
I'm
you
saying.
think
You're
there's
just kind of
peer
making the
pressure?
point. Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Hell yeah, there is.
I don't do it for anybody besides me.
I know you
really
don't, but you're
fucking
kind of an
don't.
enigma and an anomaly. Like you never felt pressure to get any work done?
No, I mean, I for me, it's always been fitness, right? I always just want to be, I'm small, I'm trim. I've always wanted to just stay that way. I love food. So for me, it's always been, how do I stay fit and trim? And that's the pressure, right? Working out, eating well. I put that pressure on myself. That's been my impetus. But elective surgery doesn't sound fun for me. I'm scared of that. I've never felt like, I mean, I'm lucky. Like, I think I'm pretty happy with who I am physically, but I've never felt pressure in the space to have work done. It's just never something that's ever felt. I mean, I've been in this, 8 years now. There's never been a moment where I thought, ooh, should I get this work done? But again, it's because the lifestyle has brought me a sense of confidence and belonging and acceptance that I think maybe I wouldn't have had that feeling in the outside world. Because I do get attention and adoration that feels good, and it's celebrating my body. If I'm out in the world and I'm feeling insecure about myself, then I'm going to project that. People aren't going to respond positively. It feeds on itself. I can see myself being much more insecure in that space.
Before I was in the lifestyle, I didn't really know that I was hot. You know what I mean? Like because I was a mom, like I worked all the time and, like a corporate position. And so people weren't saying, oh, you're hot. Or like I just didn't get it. I wasn't really getting approached because I also was never really putting vibes out. And once I entered the space 4 years ago and started going to parties and was getting like compliments on like my body and like, oh my God, like things like that, I was like, "Ah, you know what? You're right. I am hot and I feel hot. And so just
Did you wear lingerie before you discovered the space?
no.
Yeah, me neither.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Did the women that you hooked up with wear lingerie? Like, was lingerie a big
When though?
ever? I mean,
I mean,
like,
you're not gonna meet someone in a club and then you go home and then they're wearing lingerie.
Right.
That's a porn thing, like
Right.
that or a music video thing,
right.
But people would pull out lingerie occasionally, but it was very much a girlfriend thing at some special occasion.
Right.
pull
Valentine's
it
Day, you
out.
get the special lingerie. But I had to go out and buy a bunch of lingerie when I went to my first party, and everybody showed up and then changed into their lingerie. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, there's a changing moment, and people have cute outfits and sets, and
I
this
do
was
outfit changes.
people
at
do.
parties,
But
yeah.
this was a whole new world. I didn't know that people were, and also that comes down to, when you have smaller breasts, you don't have to always wear a bra.
Mhm.
So it was just a cute pair of underwear and then you're done.
Right, like a little lacy something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I didn't have to, a little tank top, underwear, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But I never had fancy lingerie until I got into this space. And now I've got drawers and
Oh my God, so many boxes of lingerie. And I've only
Yeah.
worn a couple of them because I always leave them at people's houses after.
you have to buy the cheap stuff that you don't
I
mind
do.
leaving behind.
It's 100% what I do.
But the nice stuff, yeah. And you discover what works for your body and like what the brands are that fit and what you can afford to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
But lingerie, I think, is a very new thing for a lot of people getting into the space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if men in general have seen a lot of lingerie or if this is new for them.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking about right now too?
What?
I was thinking about like, has there been a situation where I have heard men comment about breast size and them disappearing? Because I think that like pasties, there's a lot. I'm going back to something you said about
Sure.
how you pull his pants down and you're disappointed, but we never. It's not like we put something in there to make it look beefier than it was in the first
but
place.
there's no way to know.
But there, because we're not, there isn't. But also like we aren't amplifying it in any sort of way. I think on the female
you're
side,
thinking about like a padded
Like
bra.
push-up bras.
pads, push-up bras. And I remember when I went to years ago, I went to Oktoberfest in Germany,
Mhm.
and the guys were lederhosen, but the women wear. Do you know what it's called? I'm talking to our producer right now. What's it called? Can you look it up? What's it called when women?
Bodice? Oh,
the
The German thing.
Corset.
Okay,
It's like
corset.
a German corset. Yeah.
Corset.
It's a corset. Maybe I'll put a picture up, and it pushes the hell.
Mhm.
Like the breasts go up like crazy.
Yeah.
And the German guys were like, yeah, she's hot until she goes home and you take off the corset, and they disappear. And that was the only time I've
Oh.
heard someone talk about how like don't be fooled by the corset
How
kind of deal.
interesting.
But there's a lot of clothing that amplifies it. And you asked me why my wife got it done.
Oh, yeah. Because your wife is stunning.
Mhm.
And to me, she was perfect. And so, her boobs look great now, but was there a reason why she had it done?
Yeah, I think that the reason she told me at least was that she used to be a little bigger when she was in school. And so when she lost weight, she lost some like breast size and then they dropped a little bit. So I think that was part of it. The other side is that she wanted to just fill out all of her outfits, right? I think that
Do you think she felt pressure?
I don't think she felt
Because
pressure.
she did it while you were in the lifestyle space. She
I
didn't
think that
do
had
it
nothing to
before.
do with it.
Okay.
I think she had already wanted to do it before.
Mhm.
I think she had to get over some fears that she had. She had fears that she would lose her nipple sensitivity. She had fears that she'd have really bad scarring,
Mhm.
right? Especially as a darker skinned person, she thought that the scarring would be more apparent. And so she had to get past a lot of things that were in the way. But when she did it, she loved it. And she loves that she made that decision. And she's been encouraging other people to do it. They keep referring people to the same doctor.
Yeah, they do.
We're
They're
trying
all
to get him
starting
on the
look
show.
like the same.
We got a verbal yes for him to come on the
Did
show.
you?
We
Yeah.
did. But then he's been like hit or miss because we want to bring on this one doctor who's done a lot of lifestyle
Doing a bunch of
tips.
them.
Mhm.
I
Exactly.
think it depends on your frame too. I think one of the things I always worried about was I'm small. There's not a lot of extra to work with there. So I call it like a two grapefruits on a toothpick. Like I don't
Yeah.
I don't want to look I don't like that look.
Yeah.
And so I worry about that too. Like would it look so unnatural
Mhm.
that it wouldn't be attractive? It's
Yeah.
more attractive to have a
Like I
natural smaller
lost a
breast.
bunch of weight And I gained it all back, thank God. But I had lost a lot of weight because when I was taking my Adderall, I wasn't eating.
Right.
And I'm on different meds now. But because I have double D's, like I have pretty big boobs. But when I lost all that weight, like my boobs kind of shriveled and they would kind of like do that divot, that you'll see
The
in some
puckering,
yeah.
yeah.
So I had some like divots in my boobs and I was just like, what the fuck? And it wasn't until Brian, it was Brian that was like, hey, I'm getting a little worried about you. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I wasn't sure if anybody noticed.
Did
but
you stop taking Adderall and
did.
start eating? Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I changed it up, started eating, and then my boobs like filled back up. But like, yeah, I was too little for the big boobs that I had, and it looked not natural.
Now that's something that is happening. I think a lot of people are starting to take Ozempic and Wegovy and stuff, and they're getting too small. For at least what I see is like they were hotter before,
Yeah.
but they had an image that they wanted to achieve. I don't know where that image is coming from.
Too skinny.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When I say that, can you think of someone?
Yeah. Yeah. I know a couple of people
Right.
that I think have just gotten too thin. But I didn't know. I just recently heard that some people who were already thin were taking it as a weight loss, like not weight loss, but a weight maintenance.
Well, that's just like some kind of eating disorder or like
Yeah.
some kind of disorder.
Yeah, not
there.
people who are larger who are using it to get smaller, that it's people who are already small that are using it.
That's too
Yeah.
bad. That's too bad.
I'm not the only, I mean, you've heard this, right? Like,
I mean, I haven't heard it, but I've
You've seen
I've
that.
seen it.
yeah.
I've seen it. I noticed a lot of patterns. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I definitely see it. And
Yeah.
look, there's pressure on us too. I think there's a reason why a lot of guys in the space are starting to take more HGH
Testosterone,
and test and
peptides.
peptides and
Yeah.
all of that.
And
Or-
are you guys
Well, you-
discussing it amongst yourselves? This is a conversation you guys
that
are
is
having?
discussed amongst the guys.
It
Are you
is.
still taking
There is.
peptides, Brian?
I started taking peptides, it would be 6 weeks now.
Have you noticed?
Oh yeah, I've lost like 10 pounds.
Really?
Is that what you were trying to do?
I didn't want to lose weight. I wanted
Yeah.
to lose body fat. But
Mhm.
like obviously if you lose
Are
body
you
fat.
noticing that you're more cut, more defined?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's making a difference.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I was 191 when I started, and well, I guess I'm like 182, 183, right? So not quite 10 pounds. How do I feel? Well, it depends on what I'm doing. The first couple weeks were rough, but
And rough in what way?
I would get kind of lightheaded. So if I went to the gym and lifted like the same weight I was lifting before, I would get a little vertigo,
Okay.
right? And I think it was one, it makes you eat less. Like when you look at the Retruitide, GLP-1 is one of the ingredients, right? So
Oh,
I was just eating less. I think I was also just craving less carbs. So I didn't realize that it was the volume I was eating and I wasn't eating what I was used to eating. I think my body was switching over to trying to burn fat versus burning carbs. And I wasn't eating enough fat.
mm.
So I bought pork skins.
Oh, interesting.
Look at Layla's face.
Ugh.
I've never been that.
But how's your energy level?
Now it's great.
But you're still doing the peptides.
I'm still doing it. But now when I go like run or do a cardio activity, because there's less weight on my body, it's just way easier to do.
Oh,
Like
I
I've
see.
been
Okay.
boxing again, and it's not hard
But
for me
how's
to
your
get through
lifting?
rounds. So I'm lifting lighter,
Oh,
but that's beyond just the peptide thing. I'm getting older, and I kept getting these injuries,
sure.
and I keep talking to guys that are 10 or 15 years older than me, and they keep saying more reps, less weight,
Less
more
weight.
reps,
And
less
for us, as you get
consistently.
older women, it's supposed to be heavier weights, fewer reps.
Really?
Yeah, we're supposed to do more strength training with heavier weights.
Why do you
Yeah.
think it'd be different?
I don't know. Just building, for us, it's building muscle to protect your bones, to be able to continue to function. Yeah, it's for everything I'm hearing. You want to talk about my algorithm?
Right.
It's all about more strength training, heavier weights, lower reps, building muscle.
I don't know why that would be different.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I
for
don't
women and the
work
way
out.
that
I
the
don't know
women's
it.
bodies are
Yeah.
processing.
I don't
Yeah.
work out.
But testosterone? Are you into testosterone?
No.
Okay.
No. However, I wasn't going to talk about this today, but you know Ken Phils?
Yeah.
Okay. So why'd you
Oh, no,
I
I
was
don't
getting
know.
like
What,
that.
what are you going to say?
No
I'm just
idea where we're going.
curious.
So I saw Ken the other day,
Uh,
and Ken's been on the show, you guys. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why. I just asked him, I was like, man, you know what, man? What are you taking? And I didn't want to take what he was taking, but he gave me all the stuff he was taking before he moved
he looks
on.
good.
He looks
He looks
amazing.
great.
He looks
Holy
great.
cow, he
yeah,
looks
He
he's
looks
in
great.
really good shape.
And so he gave me all the list, the laundry
lot?
list. It was like 12 things before. This was like his original entry, and it was stuff I couldn't even pronounce.
Yeah.
And so I went on ChatGPT and I was like, this seems like a lot. Help me cut this down. And so last night, I want to say 7 new supplements that I wasn't taking.
Oh, okay.
And it was like B12, ashwagandha,
So
some other stuff. I'll throw the list up if people
natural
want to know.
stuff.
More natural
Yeah.
stuff to kind of boost testosterone. Because what I do notice now is like I'm 38, and it's just harder for me to maintain my performance for as long as I used to.
Is this in the sexual space as well?
That is a great question. I'm sure there's a yes to that.
You find yourself lasting not as long or not as strong or
I don't know how to answer this question. Because I've thought about it and I'm not sure. It's different because running a mile, like there's a mile time.
Right.
I haven't been timing myself before, you know? So I don't know if
your wife has a stopwatch. She's like, that was 3 seconds shorter than last time. I don't know.
I would have to ask. I'm sure my performance isn't what it used to be, though.
Interesting. Yeah, you'll have to
Because
do
look,
that.
if my power output is going down across the board in my athletic output, then
Yeah.
it must be going down in the bedroom, right?
I don't know.
But you also have sex for like 1,000,000,000 hours, which is my nightmare. I'm like, if it's longer than 20 minutes, I'm done. I'm
Really?
fucking done. Yeah.
Are you physically done or do you mentally check
Both.
out? Really?
Yeah, I'm done.
Does your partner know you're done?
Yeah. I'll be like, I'll know, I mean, the partners I have, I'm like, I know what positions they need to be in.
Mhm.
I know the dirty things I need to say.
To get them to come to be done.
Yes.
She's
there's-
like, your time is up.
right. It's like
No
that-
pressure with
I put
Layla.
on that music like at the Emmys when they're like trying to get them off
Closing
stage.
time.
Closing time starts playing.
Do they still play that at the Emmys?
At bars. I
Oh.
played at
Bars,
bars.
Yeah, and I'll be like, or I'll straight up be like, hey, like I'm feel that felt really great. I'm having a great time. I'm done. Like, is there anything you'd like for me to do to like help finish? I'll just be straight up. I'm done.
Oh, I love
Because
that.
for most of my life, I'm like, oh, I just kind of have to tolerate it after a while. And they're like, and then it'll be, an hour, and they're like, oh, now it's your turn to come. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I don't want to come. Please be done.
Just go.
Just go.
Here's a snack. Go.
Yeah. It could have been the best sex of my life.
She sends them off with a juice box. She's like, get
There's
out
some
of here.
edible arrangements waiting for them at their
Hydrate.
house.
Get
I'm
out
done.
of here.
So what, do they have like 10 minutes with you?
No, 20 max.
20.
God, like
20
it's like an escort. It's like, yo, you paid for 30 minutes, so you got like 80 minute over. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Done.
usually. I mean, I don't know if I'm at a party and like the mushrooms are hitting good and I'm like, oh, this feels really, really fucking good, then like maybe it'll be a little bit longer. But I usually go to parties totally sober, so I don't. At 20 minutes is the
You're
max.
done. That's it.
Yeah, y'all go sober, meaning no alcohol.
Yeah,
Like,
I
no,
don't drink.
No alcohol.
No.
Man, do you ever feel pressure to drink?
No.
Mm-mm.
I will have an alcoholic beverage once in a blue moon, and then my body feels terrible afterwards. I got a little tipsy on one martini a couple of weeks ago, and I slept terribly. I felt horrible the next day. Yeah, I don't need it as a social lubricant.
Mhm.
And alcohol didn't. I haven't shared this very often, but years and years ago, I went through a bad breakup. I was drinking a lot after the breakup. It was making it, I have a high sex drive. It was making it higher plus bad decisions. So it put me in a lot of precarious situations. I had a girlfriend of mine say to me, it sounds like you need to have the no means no conversation with yourself.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I realized that it was time to take a break. And I went to therapy and we worked on it. And I got myself into a situation where I was able to quit alcohol for a year. And it changed my relationship with alcohol. And I realized that it was putting me in a headspace that I didn't need to be in. And so now my relationship with alcohol, first of all, I'm incredibly vain, and alcohol adds a layer of sugar and fat and things that I don't need, caloric intake that's unnecessary. So there's no need for me to add that into my diet. I like the way I look when I'm not drinking.
Right.
But it didn't do good things for me. I'm outgoing anyway. I have no trouble in social situations. So to add a shot of something or to put me in that headspace where I'm hornier and less discriminating is not a good lifestyle choice for me.
Right. Right. I mean, when I tell people at parties that, like, oh, let's take shots, let's do this. I'm like, oh no, I don't drink. And I would say most of the time they're like, okay. But then there's a couple that are like, how do you do this without alcohol? And I'm like, you shouldn't be doing this if you can't do this without alcohol.
Yeah.
You
And
shouldn't be.
people who drink too much at parties are sloppy and
That's so
unattractive.
unattractive.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, people who drink too much anywhere,
Period.
anywhere,
Right.
Yes.
are sloppy and
So
unattractive.
imagine that, right? Imagine you're at a bar in a social situation and it's somebody you know who's been even slightly overserved. They think they're funny. They think they're smarter than they are. They think they're being amusing. Now get them naked and
And the
have them.
dick small.
Well,
On top of that, right?
You're hung up on this. You are. Okay. I don't think I have ever made somebody feel bad for the size of their penis.
No,
I
not for
would-
the size of their penis, but
I would never say it to their face.
No.
I would never let on that was disappointing.
Yeah.
But I know what's going to feel good or not feel good at this point. And there's a certain, you must be this tall to ride this ride.
You know what's funny is it's not even about me. Like it's not.
No, I mean, you're well endowed. This isn't a you
I feel
thing.
like, I feel like
Brian's I can't relate.
I feel like I'm standing up for all the other guys. Because the reason I feel bad is because there's nothing they can do
No,
about it,
there
right?
isn't
If your
anything you can
boobs
do
are
about it.
small, you can just go get bigger boobs.
Yeah.
If your pussy's loose, you can go fix your
Yes.
pussy and like they'll tighten it up.
Yes.
On the inside too, right? Like I'm getting lit up about this right now. I know, right?
You changed the topic back.
Your ass, like
You can Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian butt lift. There's Latina girls with fat ass getting fatter asses, right? They're probably the biggest purchase. A plastic surgeon told me his biggest BBL clients are Latinas who already had an ass before.
Really?
And they just want a bigger butt because they want the bigger bubble butt because the butt they had wasn't good enough, right? It's like for women, there's something for everything. But for guys, if you're short and you got a small dick, you look it up online. It's like, let's talk to you about therapy and how you can feel good about your body.
Look, there are other things that you can do. I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate on this once you post this, but there's a lot of things that you can do. You can be good with your hands. You can be good with your mouth. You can be good
Look
with
at that. But they're not saying like, hey, your boobs are small. Let's teach you how to be good with your ass. It's like, no, here's a boob
Have you
job.
seen my ass? My ass makes up for the small boobs.
This is what I'm talking about, right? There's like, they came up with a process for it. Look, if they came up with like make yourself taller procedure, it would a billionaire.
Guys would do it
Oh,
on
for
a
sure.
heartbeat.
For
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong. Like there are plenty of women out there who are fine with that. It's just for people who are hypersexual or who tend to gravitate towards sexuality as a driver for them in a relationship. That's something that you consider, right? There are a lot of people who aren't driven by sex. There are a lot of people where being in a sexual space isn't appealing to them or necessary. It's not a priority for their relationship. I know we're an anomaly, right? We tend to live in the space where sex is at the forefront for us. So that's something in my sex life that I look for is somebody that is going to be satisfying for me. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody where the sex isn't satisfying.
Mhm.
But there are plenty of people who are men who are not well endowed, who have beautiful lives and relationships with women who don't mind
Mhm.
or who prefer it.
Mhm.
They don't want something that's larger than what they have.
Right.
I'm just saying in my personal preference and the people in our community, which you know to be true, tend to have a preference for a certain size, I don't know, barometer.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Do you know anybody in our space who's small? Ooh,
Yeah.
Wait,
you do?
Yeah.
like in our crew? We can
Yeah.
cut this. Who?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it.
Well,
but
I'm going to cut it.
come on, think about it.
I don't know anybody who's not.
Oh, I do.
Exactly.
I'm going to cut it anyway. No, I don't know.
You'll tell me off camera.
I'll tell
You
you
don't
off
want to
camera.
say it. But here's the thing. I think that is okay, great. That's your preference. But it also creates like the big dick asshole thing too, right?
Which
Like,
is.
the
Oh, that they have a big dick, so they don't have to do anything else
Yeah,
because they have the
yeah,
big
like
dick.
then
Oh, but see, I don't like a big dick that doesn't do anything.
Right.
That's
Where
not,
they're just like, I have a big dick. You're
it's
welcome.
impossible.
What's impossible?
What are we not getting,
All right,
Brian?
we're gonna move
Wait,
on.
what's impossible?
Huh?
What's impossible?
I'm just like, I think the point I'm trying to get at is like all of this is like, it's got to be a big dick, but not too big, right? But also don't be an asshole. Like this is why I'm saying like the plastic surgery stuff and all this work
Yeah.
people are getting done. It's coming from like women's thoughts about other women and the comparison about it because it's not coming from our side, right?
But it never has.
And even-
I don't necessarily like. We talk about the the beauty industrial complex, right? Where it's magazines with skinny white girls and there's no diversity, and it makes women of color feel badly about themselves for decades because there was no representation, right? So it's that beauty standard.
I think that was fueled by men ran those companies, right? And so I think that was fueled by that. But right now, I feel like it's being more maintained by the algorithm,
right?
right?
And social media.
And then what women feel about themselves in the presence of other women, Like,
But what do you think that is? Like, why do you think we feel badly about
I
ourselves?
think that we compare ourselves to other people all the time, and comparison just robs your joy.
Right.
I don't think
Right.
I do.
No, you don't compare yourself to other women.
No, I really don't. Like I've said this a billion times. Like no one turns me on the way I turn me on.
I love that.
So like I look in the mirror and I'm like, I like this, or I'll see something and I'm like, oh, I want to change that. But it's not because I'm looking at other women and being like, oh, maybe when I was younger.
Yeah, younger, I definitely
For
would compare
sure.
myself to other women. I think as I get older, I don't care.
No.
But that's a product of age. That's a product of accepting yourself, knowing that there's nothing that is more important than who you are fundamentally as a person, the people that you surround yourself with. That's the most important thing, I think, physically at this point.
Right.
But
That's awesome. We need that like on the algorithm.
yeah, that's not coming through. Well, no, because I get a lot of motivational stuff. My algorithm's filled with a bunch of like,
love yourself.
love yourself
Yeah.
and surround yourself with good people. Like my algorithm's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, my algorithm lately has been you have OCD and you have autism and you have this. Like I'm stuck in autism talk right now, so I think that's my newest diagnosis. I know Brian is always making fun of me. I'm
Because
always
Layla thinks something's wrong with her. So,
Something's wrong with me.
So her algorithm knows she's on a search for something wrong with her. So it's feeding you stuff. And then you're going to go buy a brain scan and you're going to go buy
Yeah.
this. And it's like the reason why it doesn't move up, right, in the algorithm, the positive messaging all the time is because it doesn't sell anything.
That's true. Yeah.
But if you think something's wrong with you, I can sell you a brain scan
Mhm.
and I can sell you a BBL.
Well, they can sell you like a ayahuasca retreat or a
Ooh, I want to do that.
or a mushroom ceremony. You know, like that's what they can sell you.
Yeah.
Is
Exactly.
things that are in the
An
wellness
improvement
space.
course, right?
Exactly.
A self-improvement
Yeah.
course.
I know
Yeah.
mental health isn't on our list, but real quick, do you have a dialogue of yourself talking all day, every day? Like everything you do, where you're like, oh, like I should wait. And then I did that. Like, are you talking to yourself all fucking day?
I have conversations. I rerun conversations in my head, or I'll play out conversations that could happen. I do
Okay.
a lot of that. I have a high level of anxiety, but I journal now in the mornings,
Mhm.
and that helps clear some of the clutter. If I get up first thing in the morning and I journal, that helps a little bit with the dialogue. Yeah,
I'm talking to myself as we speak.
you are.
Oh yeah.
As we're talking, you have
Yes.
another conversation
Yeah.
happening in
I have
your head.
multiple tabs open.
Interesting.
And I'm just talking. And then okay, when you leave, how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel okay today? I don't know. Are
It's
you
a
tired?
voice
Like,
inside your head that's
Yes.
asking you questions.
I'm asking myself questions. I'm checking in with myself 24/7. How do I feel? Am I okay? What do I need to do? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And then I'll think of things that were cringy that I said before.
There might be an
That's what I'm
SSRI
saying.
waiting for you.
Yeah. I can offer you a brain scan for
There may be an
$25.99.
anxiety drug with your name on it.
Well, here's where it's fucked up because I did do the brain scans and my prefrontal cortex, there's not enough blood flow. So SSRIs only work for me for like a month and then it
And then it
stops working.
stops.
So I take SSRIs 2 weeks out of the month. And then I
Oh.
stop and then I go
Then
back
you go
on.
back on.
Yeah.
But it
in-
helps.
In my luteal phase. It's hard to tell because I'm in my luteal phase and I also have PMDD. So I'm a fucking cunt for like 2 weeks.
And she's like, get out, I've
There's
had
a pill
enough.
for that too.
So it's like,
There's a pill
20
for that
minutes
too.
in luteal, get out. So
How's
anyway.
your relationship?
Things are going great.
Which
Things
one?
are going great.
Which
I know.
one?
Speaking of relationships, I was telling Jackie, I didn't tell you yet because I know that's our next topic is and we can always do like a part 1 and a part 2 if we run over because I think we will. Do you have time?
Yeah, I can.
Do you want to do like a part 1 and a part 2 with Jackie?
Huh? It's
Up
whatever.
to you.
Okay, let's just keep
But-
talking.
All right.
We have more to talk about.
Continue.
So I was telling Jackie before you got here. So James,
Yeah.
we didn't talk for like a week or 2. I had checked in with him a couple times, like, hey, how was your 4th? Hey, like, what are you up to? And then after the 3rd day of reaching out to him, I said, okay, well, it seems like you're mad at me about something, and I'm not quite sure why or what happened. And it was after.
I'm stuck on the not talking to you passive aggressive ghosting thing.
Girl.
Like the minute that happens,
And
Wait,
he
He
like,
wasn't, you know, so you're saying he wasn't mad because you talked about him on the podcast?
I don't
wasn't-
know
that
if that's
wasn't-
why.
I
that
think
wasn't
it
the
sounds
issue?
like.
Well, the first episode.
Did
where
he know you were going to?
Yes.
Okay.
I got full permission beforehand. He said, don't talk about A, B, and C regarding me. And I went, absolutely. And he said, talk about anything else. This is your experience. And I went, okay, cool. And And I went to his house, the first episode that came out about him, and showed it to him
Oh,
before it came
you
out.
watched it together.
We watched it together.
And
I
he
was
was
like,
okay.
yes. I said, how did that feel? And he's like, I felt good about it. And I went, great.
Okay.
And then there was, episodes that came out after. I worked with Mary Jo, who's a relationship coach, and we talked it through, and it all seemed really innocent and good. And it was my truth. And I got emotional about it. I talked about how much I loved him, all these great things. And he would guilt me because I had broken up with him a bit ago because I just got overwhelmed. So I broke up with him. We didn't talk for a week, and then we reevaluated our relationship. I said, this is after Mary Jo. I said, this is what I want our relationship to look like, and this is what feels good to me. And he was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Oh,
And I was like, okay, cool. So I had to act in that way. And I did for a couple weeks. And he sends me this text. I might cut it, but fuck it.
We're going to pause this episode right there and call a timeout because we talked to Jacki for hours. But instead of just cutting it down into one, we decided to give you a part 1 and a part 2 of that. So come back next week for part 2 of our conversation with Jacki. If you love the content that we're putting out there, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it. Our channel is growing, and that's because of support from people like you. And until we see you next week with Jacki again, in the meantime, try something or try someone new.